So I have always carried a little extra weight, but yes, meow, I'm recording. Shh, it's okay, I will pet you. I've always carried a little extra weight my whole life, and it never really has affected me in any way. Um, my blood work's always fine. I've never had problems with mobility. I'm really flexible. I go on, I'm very active. I go on hikes. I was into martial arts when I was in uh, high school, all sorts of stuff, and it hasn't really ever affected me. But a few years ago, when the virus came through, I caught it, and it affected my lungs, which are healing. But I've put on a lot more extra weight since I got pregnant, and then since the virus came through, even more because for a while I was basically restricted in my activities while my lungs healed. And my father passed, and it's just one thing after another, and weight after weight. And now it's to the point that it is restricting me. I don't have enough stamina anymore to do the things I'd like to do. I have chronic knee problems and back problems, and it's really affecting that, as well as my new chronic lung problems. Um, it's exasperating them. And my lung problems will heal, thankfully, but it's just making them work harder than they need to while they're healing. So, um, my doctor put me on a wellness plan. I spoke to my doctor about it. I did not do this on my own. And so this is the start. And I will show you how I'm tracking and what I have to track and what my current weight is and all that stuff. So, my doctor wants me on about a 500 calorie deficit. That means you take my base, what I need every day to maintain my weight, and then you minus 500 calories from it. So, I need to be eating about 2,000 calories a day. My fat needs are about 80 grams a day. My carbs are about 179 grams. My fiber needs are about 20 to 25 grams, and my protein is about 154 grams. Now, she did say the most important things to follow really were the calories and the fiber and the protein. Um, the fat and the carbs, I don't really need to cut drastically unless I see a huge problem. I will say that I have noticed some patterns, and we'll get to that at the end of the week. So my first breakfast here was a homemade breakfast burrito. It had basically scrambled eggs with some real bacon bits, low-fat cheddar and low-fat sour cream in it. I have blackberries on the side, and I had coffee with milk and sugar. For lunch, I had a bit of a snack plate. I had some of the homemade bread I had made with some oil and vinegar to dip it in. I had some salami and cheddar and some orange slices, as well as some pickled celery I've made and some sweet tea. For dinner, we didn't have anything in the house really because it was grocery shopping day, and so we had to order out. I looked to see calorie counts on things, and the closest, cheapest thing we had nearby was Burger King. So I got a order of 8 cheesy tots with marinara to dip it in. I got a rodeo burger. I drank sparkle water, and then for dessert, I had these little Deca crepes um, that were from our Yum box. I only had like 3.5 of them because they were kind of sweet for me. And then throughout the day, I had some snacks. I had some apple juice, and then I had some nachos with cheese. So for the whole day, my calories were 2,148 and a half calories. So the weekend, we usually do cereal or oatmeal, and this was a Saturday because I started on a Friday. So I had Frosted Flakes, cottage cheese, a hard-boiled egg. I had the Frosted Flakes with soy milk, and then I also had a hot tea with sugar and milk. For lunch this day, made some homemade broccoli cheese soup that I found on a website, and oh my god, it was really low in calories, but it was so delicious you would never know. I have got to show you guys how to make it. It's so good. Like, I want it all the time. I also have some homemade bread that I made, some salad with some dressing, and a sweet tea. For dinner, I had some healthy versioned up pasta primavera with a salad, and on my salad, I put some croutons this time, and I had coffee with creamer. It's decaf coffee. I drink it all the time at dinner. I love just the taste of coffee, and it's cold because it's winter, so well, fall. So I like how it's warm. So for my snacks that day, I had a lot of snacks because I was still getting used to all the fiber in my diet, and now the fiber really fills me up, so I'm not eating as many snacks. I had a frozen chocolate covered banana. I had some popcorn with butter. I had noticed I was really low on protein in my tracker, so I had a half of a chicken apple sausage, and then I had some of my nachos, which are like a low calorie cheese sauce and just plain nacho chips, like tortilla chips, and I do low salt kind. Um, but they like the nachos taste like they should be really high calories, and they're not, which is awesome. And then for the total calories for today, it was 1,983. All right, this morning for breakfast, I had Fruit Loops with soy milk, cottage cheese, a whole chicken sausage since I had been noticing my protein was low, and the chicken sausages are low in calories but high in protein, and blackberries. And then I also had some celery pickles, homemade celery pickles, which are really good. They don't seem like they would be, but they are. For lunch, I had some of the leftover broccoli and cheese soup from the day before, as well as some of the pasta primavera that we had for dinner the day previously, and I had a coffee with creamer. Again, it's decaf. I can't drink caffeinated coffee because it gives my heart palpitations. For dinner, I had some baked Greek shrimp with brown rice. I had a salad and sparkling water. So originally, the only snack I had for this day was a chocolate covered banana and frozen banana. And then I was up really late working on a project. And then me and my husband do a thing where about once every 2 weeks we get buffalo wings really late at night when we're up working on projects or playing games together because we play like MMOs together or Dungeons and Dragons together and things like that. And so this was one of those nights I was starving out of nowhere. And so I was like, okay, it's going to be chicken wing night. I know I just started this, but I need to know how many calories I'm taking in anyway. So we went ahead and did that. So I ended up going over my calories this day, but it's not a big deal. My doctor was like, if you go over your calories a couple of days a week, as long as your weekly number is below, you know, where you need it to be, you will lose weight. It'll just be slower, and that's fine. Alrighty, I had a more traditional savory breakfast, which is what I really prefer on this day. I had a fried egg with toast and butter, a chicken sausage, some cottage cheese, and coffee with creamer. For lunch, I had some leftover of the baked Greek shrimp. I had brown rice, but this time I had a half a cup instead of a full cup because I accidentally measured out a full cup at dinner. Well, my husband did. So I got the correct serving of a half a cup this time, a salad, and some sweet tea. For lunch, I had some uh, beef stew with some homemade bread and coffee with creamer again because it was getting cold and I really like coffee when I'm cold. For snacks on this day, I had the last frozen chocolate covered banana. I had some blackberries, I had some nachos, And then at a point in time, I have these like imitation crab sticks, and I dip those in butter, and they're basically pure protein, really low in calories, and delicious. You'll notice I don't drink a lot of water, um, pure tap water, any kind of water, water from a water bottle, anything, actually makes me really nauseous, and that has to do with when I grew up, the water that we got had a lot of chlorine in it, and I'm slightly allergic to chlorine, and so my body associates water with being ill, and so I can barely ever drink straight water. So you'll see me drinking a lot of sparkle water or flavored water or tea or coffee, and that's why. It's really, really hard for me to drink straight water without gagging. For this day, I had a breakfast burrito with hot tea and blackberries and chicken sausage on the side. For lunch, I had leftover baked Greek shrimp with brown rice and a sparkle water. For dinner, I had butter chicken curry with basmati rice, a coffee with creamer, and a side of zucchini and asparagus. Okay, I noticed a pattern of my protein being really below what she wanted it, and the reason I need my protein up so high is because I'm going to be working on building muscle, and I need protein for that. So yeah, need a little more protein than I would normally would to build muscle, and that will help my metabolism get some of the excess weight off. So I got myself some protein bars, and I had one of those for a snack. I also had my crab sticks with some butter. I had 2 dark Reese's Thins because it's the only dark chocolate Reese's I can find. I'm not buying them because there's a thin kind. I'm buying them because I like dark Reese's. And I had some nachos. Okay, so on this day, I had French toast with syrup, strawberries, cottage cheese, chicken sausage, and coffee with creamer. For lunch, we decided to eat out. I can't remember what was going on at the time, but usually we only eat out if things are really hectic. I think the kiddo had an exceptionally good day at school or something, and so we decided to give him a treat, is what I think it was. But we had Subway, which is not as heavy in calories as a lot of things out there. So I had my Subway sandwich with some salt and vinegar Miss Vicky chips and some sweet tea. For dinner, we had some Mediterranean chicken pasta. That was pretty much it for dinner. All right, for snacks this day, I ate the leftover chicken wings that we had before. When we ordered chicken wings, we had leftovers. So I ate those. I ate my crab sticks, a protein bar, and 2 Reese's. And the snacks are spread out throughout the day. So, yeah, they're not all at once, like at the end of the day or something. They're spread out when I get hungry through the day. All right, so the last day for the what I ate in a week on my brand new wellness plan was a breakfast burrito with some chicken sausage and some hot tea. For lunch, I had some leftover basmati rice and butter chicken curry with the leftover veggies and a coffee with creamer. For dinner, I forgot to take a picture of it, but it was so delicious. Oh my god. I had Dijon salmon, creamy Dijon salmon, I think it was called. I have got to show you guys how to make this. It was so good. It tasted like I was at a restaurant. Like, I would buy this at a restaurant and be super happy if I got it. It was delicious. Oh my god, I can't wait to make that again. Um, yeah, I'm gonna make that again. It was so good. I'm gonna have to show you guys how to make that. But I'm so sorry I forgot the picture of it. It was so good. I ate it all really fast and then remembered I was supposed to take a picture. Okay, so I had that with some baby carrots and mushrooms and rice on the side. All right, my last set of snacks for the week was crabs with butter, protein bar, and 2 Reese's. And I really noticed that my craving for snacks have went down and down and down as I'm eating more fiber and getting more used to this because the meals are just keeping me fuller longer, which is great. So here are my results for the first week. I didn't lose very much weight, but that wasn't the goal. The first week was just to implement some changes, small changes, and also start recording and kind of more eat what I normally eat and track things. But I will say it's been about 2 weeks since then that I'm making this video, and the weight is starting to come off slowly. And so I will probably do one of these, what I ate this week and how I'm doing, about once a month towards the end of the month. So we'll see where I'm at then.